So Rafael Eldivino Espinoza come out with a victory over Sergio Chirino. It was a very good knockout early on in the fight. He did an excellent job, man. Showed that he's at that level that a lot of people have been sleeping on him the last couple of months. He hasn't been mentioned with Inoue at all much lately, but I think all that will change very soon. Espinosa said he dreams of fighting Inoue because of the win over the best in the world. It puts him on pound for pound list if he can actually beat Inoue. It'll definitely put him up high. He knows that Inoue can move up to 126 soon. And he says if he does so and defeats him, it will be a triumph that will basically take him to the top of boxing. Absolutely one of my dreams. I would like to fight him because I know that doing it and winning would submit me as the pound for pound, and it's one of my dreams. We're going to look for it as far as him being able to go up and fight him. But he said, so I'm willing to wait, and we wait. We're going to look for it, but we're going to defend until it goes up. They're going to defend until he can actually go up and wait. But at 26, he said still without Inoue, there's Ray Vargas. You got Bernardo Lopez waiting around. Possibly he can fight. So even with out Inoue, he has options. But overall, he could take a fight with Ray Vargas right now, something like that, or any kind of options they need. But I don't know. He said, I think that because of the similarities, it could be Ray Vargas. We have the same stature. It makes a very interesting fight. Yeah, Ray Vargas is a very tall guy. That'll be a rough fight. Right now, I think Espinoza's, he's one of those guys, man, who win a fight and they're just on a whole nother level after they win. It's almost like somebody like Michael Jordan winning the championship and all of a sudden he's like a different player and just unbeatable after that. You know, Michael Jordan didn't lose any championships or many big time games after he got championship. So I think Espinoza's in the same situation. Says Bernardo Lopez is obviously a great fighter, a great punch shooter, and it would be a shock war. And I would also like the clash. But the fights are really good, and we're doing well. We're going to unify this division. I'm glad he's actually letting things be known about his options and his moves. Most of the top fighters was really about their business. They don't go around and saying, we'll see what's going on. If you know you want to do something in the sport of boxing, you're gonna make it happen immediately. And that's the situation that Bernardo Lopez is basically gonna put himself in if he jumps in the ring with Espinoza. And Espinoza's a guy, he's at the top of the game right now. I definitely like how what he brings to the table. The only thing I didn't know about was his boxing going to translate over. I knew he had the power going into the Robeisy Ramirez fight. Didn't know his footwork was that good though. He has excellent footwork. His defense will be worked on a little bit more. You know, as he moves up and fight more competition, that's better. He'll be able to adjust and work on some things and see what he needs to work on because you won't be able to know until you actually fight those guys at a high level. But I definitely feel like he's putting himself in a position where Inoue could be a top fight for him. I feel like Inoue at to 26 is it'll be a gold mine. But I would like for Inoue to be there very soon. I don't want a lot of these guys to end up going to 130 because I think 130 is going to be a better division than 126. Once all these guys with all this talent move up, but 126 is a very good division right now. Definitely something I don't want the boxing world to kind of just waste a lot of talent. We've seen that before in divisions like 54 and 35 and 68, different things like that. So if we can kind of get these guys in the ring at the same time, they're all in their prime right now at the best level they could be. It'll be an interesting. You don't want a situation where you get to one of these fights and you have a situation like Triple G versus Canelo 3, where Triple G was a little bit older and he possibly could have had that third fight sooner and stuff like that. So you don't want these guys to be um, having any kind of slippage or anything like that, or too many tough fights by the time they get to the competition. You really want to see them actually fighting because anyway, he has a lot of options he can fight, and that's good for a guy like him. But also, other guys in divisions have good a lot of options as well. But you still have guys like Nick Ball hanging around. I don't know if people would like to see a Nick Ball versus Inoue before Espinoza. Um, as far as the size, not saying Nick Ball is not a great fighter, a very good fighter. Um, I feel like just as far as the size, Espinoza is 6'1". He has like 25 wins. I mean 25, yeah, 25 wins, 21 knockouts. So it could be something different, man, in that situation. But I feel like Espinoza, he's a tougher fight for anybody. Being 6'1" at that weight class, it's guys at 47 and 54 that's not 6'1", so that's a pretty big deal. But I feel like that's going to be an excellent fight. I feel like Espinoza is going to really turn up this division. And you still have guys like Ramirez hanging around. Ramirez can be somebody who can sneak back in and cause a lot of havoc. So it's definitely going to be a lot of action going on. It's going to be a huge competition. But I feel like, anyways, he's going to make this competition, this division, a lot more better. It's going to heat up very soon. The matchup's going to be a lot more exciting. Because anyway, he does have exciting fights. And Espinoza as well. He has some classics. Even the fight this weekend, it was a few rounds, but it was a dog fight. It was a classic. Classic, like just slugfest. And that was definitely a good fight. But Espinoza, he has shots and chances to make his mark on the boxing game. If he gets one or two more big fights like he did, he's definitely going on pound for pound for me. I don't want to get too high up on him, but he's at that level right now where he can change a lot of different things. It's a lot of people not really calling him out. It's a reason. But that's all I got. Like and subscribe.